Hi everyone. I'm making this video to help you build medication into your day. I've broke this into 4 sections and I'm hoping that it will be helpful to you. The first is to have a system so you aren't taking your medication twice. So some examples of this are using a refillable pill box. So these are plastic and they can either be 2 boxes for each day or 4 boxes for each day. And the idea is that when you receive your medication, you fill the boxes up so that you then come to it and take the contents of that box, and then every Sunday you refill the boxes for the coming week. You can also have your medication put into Tetra Paks or bubble packs or blister packs, depending on the term that your pharmacy uses. That is where the medication for each day has its own spot, and you take the pills for morning at the morning, the morning pocket, and the ones for noon in the noon pocket, etc. You do need to ask if there's a separate cost for this service. Another option is using a chalkboard so you can visually see when you've taken your medication. You could either purchase a small chalkboard, or there is available chalkboard paint where you would designate an area of the wall to become a chalkboard. This would work especially well if you're homebound because of your physical disability. There's also the option to keep a journal and write down when you take your medication and the dose that you took. Or you could use your word processor and make a chart, such as the morning morphine or breakthrough Percocet, that you take at certain times each day, and then just check the boxes off. A chart would be for someone whose pain is consistent, or when there's consistency in the medication and you can count on taking it every 6 hours or every 12 hours. The second idea that I want to talk about is, can you associate taking your medication with an event in your life each day? So many medications need to be taken every 4, 6, 8, or 12 hours. If you think through your lifestyle, are there activities in your life that you can build medication and associate taking it with, such as breakfast, lunch, and dinner when you have your meals, or waking up in the morning and going to bed at night? Now this one would require self-discipline, where you're going to bed at night at the same time and waking up in the morning at the same time. Another idea is if taking your medication when you arrive to school or your place of employment. Again, there needs to be some consistency in your work or school schedule, or for example, when you're about to do your physiotherapy, if you need to take breakthrough medication at that time to control the pain. When you're given new prescriptions, talk to your doctor about when to take them and work out what you'll do to remember when you'll take them. I also want to talk about managing the side effects of medication. There are a few key things to talk to your doctor or pharmacist about. One is a dry mouth. Another is if medication can create drowsiness, how you will retain cognitive skills so you can still function during the daytime. Another key topic to discuss is how you will operate your vehicle safely. And finally, sexual intimacy. There's medication that can make it so you're not able to engage in sexual activity or feel like engaging in sexual activity. So this is a conversation for you, your spouse, and doctor to have. And it's perfectly reasonable to have this conversation, and there's nothing wrong or to be embarrassed about needing this conversation. I finally want to tell you my own system so that there's a practical part to this video. I keep a journal and write down the medication and dose each time I take my chronic pain medication. I have my journal, a pen or pencil, and pills ready by my bed when I go to bed at night. Then there's an alarm clock beside my bed for me to refer to the time. When I'm using prescription pain medication, I need to know in the morning that it's safe for me to take the morning medication, and I'm not about to take it too soon and put too much into my body. I keep a water bottle with me at all times. The medications I'm using for chronic pain dry my mouth out. Using water also helps me not to go for food when medication is drying out my mouth. So there's the point of addressing the dry mouth, but also being very cognitive and conscious of not gaining weight because of not being physically active, and the medication encouraging me to eat more. And finally, I plan ahead for if I'm going to be driving a car. So this is having candid, frank, and real conversations with friends that if you're with them, you may need to spend the night or stay longer and have a rest before you'll be ready to leave. It may mean coming back for your car or taking a taxi home. You may need to be aware of the public transit schedule. It's very important that if you're operating a car, that you have the skill to do so, and that your medication isn't impairing you from doing so. Okay, I hope this is of help to you. If there is any particular question that you think I could answer for you, please ask it in the comments of this video. But I think your primary questions need to be directed to either your pharmacist or your family doctor. They're the ones who are best equipped to help you work out the practical part of using your medication. Thank you for this time together. Bye for now.